It is Tuesday. We had a game last night. It went pretty well. As far as session ones go, I think it was a good one. I think everyone enjoyed it. I think we had some good kind of group bonding. Yeah, I think it went well. The group started out in the tavern, as I said, and spent a bit of time debating over what they should call themselves. Spent some time drinking. Had a bit of banter with the barkeep. Spent the evening. Had some nice character interactions. Some funny moments. And then they set out to look for the mother of this elf girl who had gone missing. They got to her, they spoke to her, they got some very interesting information from her, found out who her husband had been, showed that they were in fact decent people, pissed off a few other elves in the process. They then decided to take the quite unorthodox approach that a lot of people looking for missing people never try, and tried to use a sending to contact them, to contact the elf girl. The message they got back from her I don't think was what they expected to. I'm, in fact, 100% positive that that's not the response they were expecting. But it is the response they got, finding out that she had joined a cult. I mean, what young, impressionable runaway doesn't join a cult, right? They then decided that since there had been some kind of cult involved, they remember, with the slavers, they should go into the tunnels. They spent some time crossing the city, headed into the tunnels, tried to head into the tunnels, got stopped from heading into the tunnels, no one was allowed in. Had some interactions with the paladins, with our paladin character in the group, trying to contact command to get permission to go in, getting told no, you can't go in. There's already a group of paladins down there, and the area is sealed while they're down there. They decided to go down there anyway by teleporting down. Found a room full of cultist bodies. Pardon me. A room full of cultist bodies. None of them the girl they're looking for. And on closer inspection, they're all members of the cult of the Orb, which is not the cult of the Fire Lord, which is what the girl hinted that she was a member of. When I say hinted, she said, "Hail the Fire Lord." So, you know. Unless the cult of the Orb worships the Fire Lord but doesn't call themselves the cult of the Fire Lord, which could still be the case. They then heard voices, found out that someone sounded like they were about to be coming back for the bodies that they had left there. Basically, there was a bounty on these bodies, and the group had been debating trying to steal the bodies and claim it. They then heard the voices and decided, well, no, we better leave instead. So they again teleported. The benefits of having a group member who took a very nice magic item that allows teleportation. and they were able to get away. They actually teleported themselves further along the tunnels, actually near the exit of the tunnel, which leaves them outside of the city of Titan. They spent some time debating over going by road or by forest, following the direction where they think they still need to be headed for the cult of the Fire Lord. Eventually they heard a sound, decided to investigate. Many apologies. Decided to investigate the sound, discovered a dinosaur, a Stegosaurus, wandering through the woods, howling and hooting, and the group, especially Tenzin, our Warforged Mystic, didn't seem very thrilled about the idea of fighting the creature. He tried to communicate with it, tried to say that he wanted to offer help for it, that he wanted to help it get somewhere it could be safe. Obviously, a few miles outside of the city of Titan's not that place. Unfortunately, it was a fairly stupid creature, and on each and every one of its insights checks to try to figure out that he was trying to help, it failed miserably. That combined with another member of the group failing a stealth check, and causing a lot of noise and sound, eventually leads the beast to attack. Now, the beast was not much of a challenge for them. It did do a lot of damage. One hit from its tail could have very nearly one-shotted a couple members of the group, except most of them had an AC that was high enough that they didn't have to worry about it. It had great damage, but not a very good to hit, especially compared to those of them wearing third age armor. And they beat the creature to death and then cut off its head. All the while with half of the group still trying to scare it away. Our young genocide is the one that didn't quite get the message, and actually, ironically, after they finally did something that had managed to scare the creature away, our warlock using a shatter spell near it to cause an explosion to kind of get it to shy back from that, before it had a chance to take its movement to get away, after it had decided to run, that's when they cut its head off. So, happens. When you scare a creature, it still doesn't get to move until its turn, so, And we ended the session with them standing over the dead body of a Stegosaurus that they had not wanted to kill. It was a fun week. It was a good week. We enjoyed it. We ran a little bit late, which means that the ending was not ideal. It was kind of like, okay, right, we're out of combat. You say a couple things, we've got to finish. It's late. I've got work in the morning. So I don't like ending a session that abruptly, but I just really had to last night, so I apologize for that. But, I think good things for the group. Things are going to be fun. Until next week, I'll be back with another predictions video, and we'll have another game on Monday night. Until then, like, subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll be back with more. Later.